That is so cool that they have that. They're geniuses.
To see how it works.
I love this guy. That's great. We saw how fast, like the fact that they started doing this immediately was so important. 안녕하세요. 저는 미국에서 온 Anthony King입니다. Yes, of course, I'm from the United States, so I've been hearing all about it, seeing all the news all the time. Right now, in one word, horrendous. It's going really, really bad. Right now, one of my friends, he's a nurse, and he recently got infected due to the situation and everything that's going on. He's, one of the cases, but he is recovering. He's on his, I think, 12th day. He's been posting every day like a little 1-minute video where he talks about how he's feeling. He lost his sense of taste and smell, it was so weird. Then he felt fatigued, then he had a fever, then he felt better. Like, it's so weird, but now he's getting better. And when he comes back, once he's fully recovered, he's gonna go right back to work. He's like a superhero, so I'm happy for him. They are, every once in a while on Instagram, I got a random DM, like, bro, how's it going in Korea? And I'm like, bro, how's it going over there in America? Don't be concerned about me, like, I'm good. I'm making money, I'm working, I'm playing basketball, I'm outside, I'm breathing in the fresh air. They're kind of stuck in a dungeon in their room with their parents. So lucky. Even the fact that when I first came to Korea back in January, it was an unexpected thing. And then more unexpectedly, this whole situation, this whole case came along as well too. And at first I was like, damn, like such bad timing. Now I'm like, damn, such great timing. I'm so glad I'm here right now, I feel safe. Yes, in the very beginning of this whole situation that started happening, they talked about Korea a lot and not the greatest way. Well, pretty much when the situation first started, they immediately were just talking about Korea and like, wow, they need to get their stuff together. There's so many people infected. They need to stop letting foreigners through. They don't know what they're doing. Blah, blah, blah. Look at us, America, we only have 7 cases. We're gonna be okay. Too many times Trump said everything was gonna be okay and that Asia themselves need to worry about it. And they call it the whole, Chinese, whatever case. And now look at what's going on. Now I see a lot of articles talking about, look, this is happening in America, this is happening in Italy. But we need to be like Korea. We need to adopt the drive-through system. We need to offer free healthcare or help out foreigners and help out other people and make the testing situation a lot easier, a lot more affordable, a lot faster. They're always talking positively now about what South Korea is doing. But now it's getting to the point where I think they're talking about South Korea less because they probably feel a little bit embarrassed at the fact that South Korea is doing so well after they talked so badly about them in the beginning. So today we will talk about how Americans talk about Korea on broadcasts. Yes, ABC News is very popular. It's up there with CNN and Fox.
Well, there was word today that President Trump has requested test kits from South Korea to help fight the COVID-19 pandemic here in the U.S. South Korea winning praise for quickly ramping up mass production and implementation of tests.
Most of the buildings in South Korea have all these safety measures.
That's amazing. They even have people testing your temperature outside. Like, that's incredible.
Very normal.
They have hand sanitizers I've seen on the buses too. Amazing. You can't even buy hand sanitizers in America right now.
Deep clean this place, so he said it's safe for us to come in. This is consultation room. These 2 tents are also negative pressure facilities.
Negative pressure facilities.
This is where you wait when you come to get tested, and just in case you are infected.
It's a really awesome thing. I'm glad that on ABC News, I'm actually surprised that they did put, Korea in such a bright light like that. It's amazing to have hand sanitizers available before you walk in, after you walk in. They have doctors that'll talk to you at negative pressure tents. I don't even fully understand that concept, but I'm guessing that's a great thing. It's such an amazing thing that America is actually putting South Korea on such a high pedestal.
South Korea's schools started the new academic year online. The outbreak of COVID-19 has forced schools to remain physically closed. The start of the year had to be delayed by a month. Im Yoon-suk tells us how online classes are being conducted in one of the world's most wired nations.
This Gyeongmin Girls Middle School will make all the classes interactive, allow students and teachers to interact like they would.
They even got the teacher green screen like this is Twitch. Like, what's going on? That's amazing.
Taught by teacher Han Ho-eun.
I don't know what he's saying, but I know he's doing a great thing.
유튜브나 이런 거에 익숙한 세대이기도 하고 하다 보니까 생각보다 어려움 없이 잘 찾아 들어오는 것 같아요.
I think with the current situation, education is so important. And right now, because of this whole situation, people are being, pushed away from being able to learn. But I think that's amazing that immediately they adopted the idea of, hey, let's stream our services or let's have online classes using, webcams or whatever it is. They even had the one guy green screen. They put in so much effort just to make his class look good. That's also, they're putting the teachers in the classroom, but by themselves safely. And they're able to interact and talk with the students because it's so important to be able to have that kind of interaction. I think it's great that, you know, they can just have like a 1 hour pre-recorded class, but I think it's even better that they can actually have the person in real time speaking to you on the camera, almost as if you're in class there already. And who knows, maybe after this whole situation, maybe that will become a thing, that they'll start doing more online classes. That might be an option. You never know. It's really beautiful that they're doing that for the students.
It is Tuesday afternoon, about 3 o'clock in Seoul, and this is a drive-through coronavirus testing site.
That is so cool that they have that.
And
They're
we came here to
geniuses.
see how it works. Anyone can come here and get tested.
Wow.
It doesn't cost anything.
That's amazing. That's free to get tested. You know how
You get
expensive
test
that is in
results
America
in 2
right
to 3
now?
days, and you never get out of your car.
God, that looks
Coworkers
painful.
Just do
God
all
damn.
the testing while you're still.
But look
in
at her.
your
She's gonna be
car.
happy after that. I swear. Very
That's
smart.
The driver.
Very safe.
So now we're driving back out.
All right. I'm glad that they're finally doing it in the US. It took them long enough, but that's great. We saw how fast, like the fact that they started doing this immediately was so important. The country could have been way worse right now. Drive-through testing situation, that is an awesome thing. It's like how they do it for fast food restaurants. It's really cool. It looks a little painful to test, and I'm honestly afraid to do it, but if I have to, I'll do it. The fact that it's free of charge, that's amazing. The fact that also they're very careful with the whole safety precaution of making sure that there's only one person in the car. The fact that you can do it from your car is a really good thing too, is that prevents any possibility of any spread of diseases or whatever. Like, you know, you don't want the person that could potentially have that issue or have that case, you don't want them walking in an environment with people that don't have it, because who knows how this thing spreads. We don't have enough information on it in general. So the fact that I can just literally grab my car and go, and it's free for foreigners too, that's perfect. That makes me feel so much better and so much safer. I'm not too sure about the drive-through testing. I've just heard in general that when it comes to testing in America, there have been a lot of people that haven't been able to get tested, or it takes 2 weeks for them to even get a test, or to get the results back takes way too long. I know they're working on it a lot more now that they're taking the whole situation a lot more seriously. But in the beginning, they definitely didn't have it. They saw Korea was doing it and they weren't too concerned. I'm hoping that they're doing it a lot more now, if anything.
Korea, which saw its first confirmed case the same day as the United States, now appears to be flattening.
I love this guy.
After the initial spike, TJ Holmes is here with more on how they are doing it. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, and this should be encouraging news for all of us to see a country like South Korea seem to be coming out of this thing after 2 months.
Look at those numbers,
What they're
man.
doing is working. So we should be doing that. Well, we aren't. We haven't, and we might not even be capable just yet.
Thank you. I love that they're being so honest about it.
New signs of hope in Asia, and in particular South Korea, where there's been a dramatic turnaround. The number of infections skyrocketed there from dozens to thousands in early March. But now, they're reporting the lowest number of new cases, just 64 in a single day. Korea,
I didn't even know that, actually.
has not implemented
Wow.
a system to electronically track people and the disease.
South Korea used different types of tracking measures to figure out where people were moving, whether they were violating social distancing.
And then he walked down this street, took a left. Like they knew exactly what he was doing, as if someone like literally had a camera and was like following him. And I know it sounds kind of weird, but for this kind of situation, it's an incredible thing. They were able to track exactly what that person did at what time, at what day throughout the whole week. So you would know that, hey, maybe I was around that area at the same time that person that was infected was doing this or that. So then I would know, okay, I need to go get tested just to be careful. Or I would know to avoid that certain area or situation or whatever it is. That's so cool that they're sending text messages about that every day, and it made me feel a bit safer. Like I knew the next morning that, okay, someone in my town got affected. Okay, I need to be careful of this area. Or I started thinking, like, what was I doing the past week? Did I go in that area before? It's just all those little things are so important for us. So then we know how to be more careful, and that whether we should get tested or not, because many people think they don't need to get tested. I think the biggest thing is that everyone has that sense of community and togetherness. So everyone knows that we need to help each other be together. Everyone is very responsible here. When the situation first occurred here, everyone listened to the government and listened to, the president and the people, and everyone took the safety precautions that they needed to take. 2, Korea, they've already adopted that whole idea of using masks and worrying about, health and safetyness and that kind of stuff. So immediately they knew what to do on that end as well too. So today we reacted to American news talking about how South Korea is handling the situation that's going on right now around the world. And I have to say I'm very, very happy to see that the American news is saying very positive things about them. In the beginning, it wasn't so much. They were saying South Korea needs to be careful. Now they're talking about how they need to be just like South Korea. And I'm learning from today, even watching those videos just now, I'm learning how much more South Korea is doing. I knew they were doing well. I didn't know they were doing that well and taking all these different safety measures and precautions to make sure that everybody is safe. They're doing such a great job. And I'm happy that America is now paying attention and trying to do the same thing. If you liked the video, please leave a comment talking about what you'd like to see next time. And don't forget to like and subscribe. 안녕.